He was 5 feet 7 inches tall, competing against defenders built like refrigerators in a sport where size was supposed to be destiny. He needed medicine just to grow. 30 years later, on Sunday, in a stadium built for American football on the edge of New York City, he takes the field one more time for a trophy his country already holds, in a match two nations have never played against each other for in World Cup history. This may be the last 90 minutes of the greatest career the sport has ever produced. Long before he was the most decorated player in the history of football, Lionel Messi was a child in Rosario, Argentina, who stopped growing. At age 11, doctors diagnosed him with a growth hormone deficiency, a condition meaning his body simply was not producing enough of the hormone required to develop at a normal rate. The treatment existed. It also cost roughly $900 a month, a bill his father's modest income as a factory worker could not sustain for long. For a family in Argentina in the late 1990s, that number was not a medical detail. It was a wall. Argentina's own clubs admired him, but hesitated at the cost of his treatment. Barcelona did not. A club scout watched him play for only a few minutes and, according to football legend, wrote his intent to sign him on a paper napkin because there was nothing else in the room to write on. That napkin became a plane ticket. In 2000, the entire Messi family immigrated from Rosario to Catalonia, uprooting a household so a 13-year-old could receive the injections his home country's system could not afford, and so a boy could keep playing a game he was, at the time, still too small to be trusted with. By his mid-20s, Messi had already rewritten what an individual footballer's resume could look like, breaking goal-scoring records that had stood for decades and collecting individual honors no player had won before him. And yet, wearing the sky blue and white of Argentina, something kept slipping away. A World Cup final loss to Germany in 2014, decided in extra time. Copa America final losses in 2015 and 2016, both decided on penalties. Commentators built entire careers around the same sentence: greatest player of his generation, still searching for the one trophy that actually matters back home. In a country that measures its footballers by what they win for the national team first and individual brilliance second, that gap was not a footnote. It was the whole conversation. In July 2021, at the Maracanã in Brazil, of all places, Argentina beat the host nation 1-0 in the Copa America final. It ended a 28-year wait for a major trophy with the senior national team, a drought that had outlasted entire political administrations back home. Messi did not score that night. He did not need to. What mattered was the final whistle, and a grown man who had absorbed a decade of criticism finally allowing himself to sob on a football pitch in front of the world. Argentina had its trophy. Messi had proof the missing piece was not permanently missing. The following year, at the 2022 World Cup in Qatar, Messi and Argentina went the distance the 2014 squad never managed. A 3-3 draw against France in the final, forced into extra time, decided on penalties, with Messi scoring twice in regulation and converting his own spot kick. He lifted the World Cup trophy at age 35, an age by which most elite footballers have already retired from international competition entirely. It was, by almost any measure, the final chapter needed to close the debate about the greatest player of his era. He could have stopped there. Almost everyone expected him to. Instead, Messi kept playing. He moved to Inter Miami in Major League Soccer in 2023, and in 2024 he helped Argentina win the Copa America again, stretching his international trophy count further than any active players. In June of 2026, with the World Cup returning to his adopted continent, Messi was asked directly whether he would keep playing. His answer was simple. He would continue as long as he could still contribute and still help his teammates. He had nothing left to prove. He kept showing up anyway, which is a different kind of statement entirely. Argentina's path through the 2026 tournament was no coronation. They needed extra time to escape Cape Verde 3-2 in the round of 32. They survived Egypt 3-2 in the round of 16. They needed extra time again to get past Switzerland in the quarterfinal. And in the semifinal against England, Argentina fell behind before Messi produced 2 assists in a 2-1 comeback win. A 39-year-old body still finding ways to shape a match at the highest level the sport offers. Afterward, Messi did not celebrate with the swagger of a younger man. He told reporters plainly that he was very tired, just like his teammates. It was the kind of sentence that sounds ordinary until you remember who said it. On Sunday, at MetLife Stadium just outside New York City, Argentina faces Spain for the World Cup title, the first time in the tournament's history these two nations have ever met in a final. Spain arrive as reigning European champions. Argentina arrive as defending World Cup and Copa America champions, chasing something almost no modern nation has managed: back-to-back World Cup titles, a feat last achieved by Brazil in 1958 and 1962, decades before the tournament grew to the size and difficulty it represents today. Somewhere in the middle of that history stands a 39-year-old man who has already signed a contract to keep playing club football until he is 41, yet has said nothing definitive about a 7th World Cup in 2030. Whether Sunday is truly his final World Cup match remains something only he knows for certain. Everyone else is simply watching, aware that it might be. Every extraordinary career eventually arrives at a Sunday like this one, a match that means more than the 90 minutes on the clock, played by a man whose body once needed help just to grow tall enough to compete. The story of Lionel Messi was never really about height, or trophies, or even football. It is about what a person does with the years they are given once the odds were already stacked against them once. That is the kind of story this channel exists to tell. The hidden histories behind the moments that make the world stop and watch. If you want to keep exploring the people, systems, and stories behind the headlines, subscribe to Brain Tenacity and tell us in the comments whether you think Sunday is really goodbye.